mind, which is huge because my human brain, my human mind, my conscious mind is minimal compared to my bigger subconscious mind. So I process shit really fast and I think of all these things I want to say, and then I get on here and I'm like, shit, what was all the stuff I needed to say? Because I'm already on to something else. Because I got work to do. I never stop. So I'm going to try to put this one together, but I don't know, maybe. And maybe I'm not supposed to get the message out. There are a lot of things that I don't tell y'all. I don't tell a lot of people. I just get the job done. It's kind of like the CEO of a company. The CEO does not give out all of the information, not even to his C-suites, not even to those that are at his level. A CEO, which is typically a loner, and they only pretty much talk to other CEOs when it comes to what to do. How do you as a visionary, as a person or an energy that can prophesize and see the future, is part of the future and is creating the future? Who do you talk to about that? Nobody. You keep all the shit to yourself and you just work through it. You do videos, or you do videos, and most of them I don't even post, but you do videos so they can be like, okay, I did this and now it materialized. Okay, I did this, now it materialized. To ensure that as a CEO, the shit that I'm doing in the ethers, that I'm creating, the changes that I'm making to the universe are taking effect in the material plane, because the material plane is where it ends. It does not begin there. Nothing begins in the material plane. And if you think that, you're on the wrong channel. And unfortunately, you're going to be stuck because it's not accurate. It's not how you manifest. You manifest in the ethers, which is thought. Actually, it starts one level above that, but that's for instant manifestation. For slow manifestation, y'all are taught, think the thought, then you add the emotion, which is basically the glue that either drives it forward or stops it, and then it materializes in the material plane. You have to take action. You have to do both. You actually have to think it, apply the energy, apply the emotion, and then take action on it. If you're not taking action in the material plane towards that thought or that goal or that idea, then you're not actually manifesting it to the full potential, to the fullest manifestation. But that's not what I was coming on to talk about. What I'm coming on to talk about is our future. Because a lot of things have changed specifically over the last 2 days. The energies that control the material plane, not even the material plane, Earth. The energies or the entities that control Earth are a reptilian race of aliens, the Enoch story, the Anunnaki. Yes, Anunnaki, I feel you. I see you. Just saying. Because the reason why I say shit like this is because, number one, I don't have that many subscribers, and it's fine with me because I wasn't supposed to make this channel to make money. That's not what my job is. And then number two, it was meant to be a kind of a database. So when this shit does start happening, people are going to go back and go, look, she talked about it a year ago and said it was going to happen. Yep, that's a profit. Anyway, so the Anunnaki are some sneaky, snake-like, reptilian-like motherfuckers. They actually decided that they were going to control and dominate everything. And so they're very materialistic. They're very advanced though as well. Don't get me wrong. But they are the entities, the energies, partnered with the devil, if you will, the devil energy, specifically the devil, which is here in form. They are more material based, more negative based. And these energies are the energies that have been controlling the human race for thousands of years here. In the universe, there's more freedom, okay? There is war. Energies fight against each other. Aliens, the blondes and the grays, they don't like each other. One's positive, one's negative. They're completely different. It's like here, positive person, you think they're going to go along with a real negative person? Not really. A chaotic person that's drama, person that attacks, you think a positive person wants that type of energy in their life, a destructive energy? No, absolutely not. And these energies that I've been dealing with for quite some time, unraveling their bullshit, their lies, their illusions, their whole system that they have built to control the masses. Everything. Your food supply, your news, your music, your social media, which they monitor all of my social media. What else? Your school systems, your judicial systems. Those are good. And your government. Your government, they're in everything. They literally control everyone and everything. Well, not everyone. But these energies, their goal is to completely dominate, put this world over under one world government, if you will, a one world order, where they control and dominate everything. How are they going to do that? Well, they're going to control what you read. They're going to control what you see. They're going to control what you digest. They're going to control what you eat. They're going to control everything. Your health care and your food are two of the big ones. They do that and they keep you dumbed down. This is nothing new. So that you stay stupid and unaware so that they can take control of you. I came here to get them the hell out of here, to exterminate this virus, because that's what they are. They're a virus. They are a energy that their main goal, again, is to dominate and control. And they've been doing it for a long time. Every single time an energy that comes from where I come from has come here, like Jesus, to try to create change, or Martin Luther King, or JFK, those are only the ones that actually made it. The rest of them, because this race is so advanced, the rest of them, they headed off before they even got into the body, chopped it off. You have no idea how many prophets and individuals they've murdered in order to maintain their control. Countless. But they never expected, I think they did, I think they knew this day was coming, that there is going to be an energy, two energies actually, who are going to come back together in union. And these two energies, which were way polarized, extreme positive and extreme negative, talked about this in my other videos, now saw each other's perspective and are coming into unity within self and then other. A God and a God come together to create a God. Days of Egypt. Again, something happened in Egypt and it failed. But anyway, this time it is not going to fail. This time we took a different approach. this time we win. This time, those that have been enslaving the human population, the human race, keeping it stupid, dumbed down, unconscious, and a slave. Their time is coming to an end. They're being exposed on all levels and all dimensions. And let me tell you, they attack on all dimensions, because I've been dealing with them in the astral realm like crazy lately. But they know they can't stop me, because what they don't understand is God. They don't understand that the power that I yield within me is unstoppable. You cannot destroy it. It's indestructible. Doesn't matter what you throw at me. Doesn't matter what you say to me. Doesn't matter what you do to me. Even if you kill me tomorrow. So what? My data is going to be downloaded into the next avatar, and she will take over where I left off, because I set it up that way. Because I am done coming here as a being from heaven, close to God, connected to God, and being destroyed, ripped apart, tortured, tormented, murdered, raped, whatever torture you can figure out for me, to silence me, to oppress me, to keep me down. Ain't happening this time. Nope. In fact, it's going to flip around. We live in a man's society. This is a man's world, and the women are less than. Not everywhere, but for the most part. They're oppressed. They're seen as objects. They're raped. They're devalued. There's not very many women CEOs, is there? Which is funny, because a woman, a feminine energy, is a CEO of the universe, which is way more power than a CEO of a company, by the way. Just saying. But this power, this energy that's coming, while they're busy running around trying to control everything in the material plane, sending all these assassins and all these distraction energies and all these things that they're doing to try to stop and slow down this union and this process, while they're scrambling and doing all that, that's how minuscule they are. If you're an energy like me, that is tapped into everything, the subconscious mind and the bigger mind and source, I don't have to fight your game. I don't have to fight your war on the material plane. I just have to change it in the ethers, where it began, where it is. And then destroy your power base right out from under you. Y'all want to know how I do it? Because I know you watch my channel. That's how I do it. That's how I defeated the quote devil. While he was running around for a year, building his dynasty and making his millions and billions of dollars off of my energy that I opened my heart and allowed him access to teach him a lesson. Karma. While he was running around doing that, I was busy in the background bringing it all down. Because you're not going to take my energy, my psychic abilities, my ideas, my inventions, make millions and billions and trillions of dollars off of me, and then leave me destitute, leave me to figure it out for myself. Okay, I got that lesson. Thank you very much. What you don't understand is that you never had the power. You will never have the power. Nothing started here in the material plane. The material plane is an illusion in the two minds of its original creators, which is one if you take these two back into God. Two. That's where the power is. That's where it started. That's why you will never, ever, 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 ever be God. There is only God. And it's not you, Anunnaki. So the fact that you try to enslave an energy like myself, try to take from me, and you've done a good job. I'll admit that. It's taken me years digging through this energy and the illusion, this matrix that they troll, that they control. It's taken me years. Just in this body, my greater self spent, I don't even know the time frame, watching, observing. Why do you do what you do? Who are you? Why do you think the way that you think? What is going to be my counterattack? How am I going to solve this problem? How am I going to get us out of this fucking fucked up, polarized, hating each other, killing each other? People are just nasty to each other. Jealous, envious, greed, more. Basically destroying your own freaking living quarters. Why? You live in lack. You live in anger. You live in hate, animosity. My greater self said enough is enough. We're done with this bullshit. God is coming to this fucking planet, to this material plane, and there isn't shit you're going to do about it this time. You're not sacrificing me. You're not putting me on a fucking cross. I'm not your victim. I'm not your martyr. I'm taking back all my fucking power from you, and I'm going to watch you crumble. There ain't shit you can do about it. You know it. I use my light, my God light that flows through me like a lamp. I use that light and I project it out and I expose all of their bullshit at every fucking level. I did it from the music industry, Hollywood, these cults, the government, everything. The judicial system, it's all going to be exposed. All these people are going to be exposed on an individual level, on a group level, on a government level, on a country level, and a global level. You want to be a piece of shit? Go be a piece of shit. You ain't doing that shit to me. You are not siphoning off of me to create your bullshit enslavement utopia. You want to be a slave? Go be a slave with other slaves. I came here to wake up, to wake people up and get them out of their freaking limited mind belief systems that there is only the material plane, there's only material plane, there is only God the Father, there's only this, there's only that. That's not the case. Wake up. There's way more out there. I came here to wake up the devil. But in that awakening was my awakening as well, because there is more than just God. I have to understand the devil's point of view and why the devil went there. The devil is different than the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are the group of individuals that are heartless, that have no empathy, that are the ego, that are the total narcissistic energies that control all this shit. My ex-husband, Teal Swan. And I'll leave the third one out because I'm going after this motherfucker right now. And I don't do that face to face. I do it in my head. I do it in the mind. That's where the power is. It's not physically. It's here. That's where the universe is. But I came here to disempower those narcissist energies that are controlling everything, or the illusion that they control everything, whatever. Disempower, take away their energy, and then wake up the fucking devil and get out of your devil energy. And I also woke up out of my slumber as well, which is there is only one way. There is only one way. No, there's not. No, there's not. You have to look at the other's perspective, and you need to come together in unity. And then you need to reach mastery of life, mastery of self, mastery at all levels, and live in that energy and understanding that I have free will choice, and I'm consciously aware of everything I'm doing. I am consciously aware of every thought, every emotion, and every action. I am consciously in control of self, which allows me to be consciously in control of my environment, my reality. People that come into my reality, they have to bump up. My light is so bright that I expose all of the things that they need to work on. That's why people don't like me. They don't like me because they don't want to look at the shadow sides, or their sides of their parts of themselves that they have to face in order to evolve. I am who I am. I'm not going to change. I came here to lead the way for the new earth, the new way, which is mastery, living in truth, free will. I have the free will to do what I want to do in this moment, as long as I am not breaking universal law. Universal law trumps all law. Human law totally overrides it and trumps it. Soon, very soon, these two energies are finally going to come together. Although the Anunnaki, these evil reptilian energies, have tried so very hard to stop this union, which is impossible, by the way. Well, not really. But once this union happens, game on. Game on. It could be a bumpy road. It's definitely going to be some things that you're going to find out about yourself, about others, about the world, that you probably don't like, because the lies will be exposed. The lies that you've been conditioned to believe, that you're just some limited human being in a human body that can't do shit, that you must live in fear mode, that you must live in survival mode. Sure, can you go into survival mode and be there? Yes, but why would you want to exist there? Name one person who's happy with being in worry and fear and survival mode. It's bullshit. It sucks. There's a better way, and it's coming. It's coming. Faith is one of the hardest things to have. Why? It's not tangible. Can't see it. I don't see, well, you don't see God, but you believe in it. You don't see spirits. Some of you probably do. Or ghosts or aliens, but you believe in them. Those of you that see them, yeah, you totally believe in them. You totally believe in angels. My whole angelic team is right here with me. They do what I tell them to do. But most people don't see that stuff because it's unknown. It's outside of their human mind, their human consciousness, their human scope. They're afraid of it. What you really need to be afraid of is the energies that are trying to control you and manipulate you. They're doing it at all levels too. Either in the physical, they emotionally manipulate you. They troll the web. They troll the matrix. They're like little critters. I call them distraction energies. At least they're distractions for me. They're annoying as fuck. They also go into the subconscious mind. They find lights. They're literally like little bugs going all over. When they see a light pop up, they go right after it. You know what they do? They put blocks into you, into your silver cord, into your chakras. If you have any wounds that are unhealed, they're going right for that. They put doubt. They start to download doubt into you. They start to download negative thoughts into you, negative emotions. That's how they get you back into the illusion and stop you from evolving. It's a control thing. But these energies exist somewhere. Have to. Not here specifically on this planet, but they've been located. And for those of us that have the ability to track them and to annihilate them and to destroy their system because it's bullshit and it's harming others, and it's against universal law. And I outrank you. And I'm holding you accountable and responsible for what you've done. And I don't care if you like me or not. It's not about me. Never was about me. I don't want people to follow me. I don't give a shit if people follow me. I want you to do what's right for you. I want you to be free. I want you to be a free, sovereign being, a free mind that has the ability to think without some other fuckhead getting into your head and trying to crack your code. Or emotionally manipulate you, or physically harm you. See, the fucked up thing about these energies, it's all good for them to do that, but then when you turn that around on them, especially a narcissist, I learned this with my ex-husband. It was okay for him to do all that shit to me once I started doing it back to him. He's like, you can't do that. Why not? You can. Because they don't see it that way. It's all about them. It's all about them. It's all about them. It's all about their way. Their way is the only way. Well, that's going to get you eliminated. Especially when the ones that you've tried to manipulate and control realize what you're doing. And yes, we see this as a game. Fun, game on. Now that we've found you, we are going to absolutely rip your entire illusion apart. And I'm going to watch you all crumble. And then once all this crumbles, I'm going to build something better. Where people unify, where they love each other, they respect each other because they love and respect themselves. They're aligned with their truth, their faith, whatever that may be, whoever they worship, it doesn't matter. They do good for themselves, they do good for others, and so on and so forth. It doesn't have to be a heaven. It can be. But at least it's going to be here at a mastery level, which is going to create the multiverse, because then these little guys that are going to come out, these little babies that are going to grow 10, 15, 20 years from now, are going to be able to levitate, are going to be able to manipulate the matter, are going to be able to create their own little universes within a universe. Because they're not going to be controlled by some weak-ass alien race, or race at that. I don't give a fuck who you are. You don't need to control somebody else. It's not your job. You're not God. Y'all have been fucking praying to a demigod. Y'all have been giving your energy to a race of individuals, a race of entities that just keep feeding, and feeding them, their egos. Everything that they've built here has been on the energy of others. But those others are starting to wake up and go, nah, you ain't doing that anymore. Yank. Anyway, that's what's coming. The big battle. Kind of excited about this one. Because one thing, and I posted this in my other video, one thing you need to remember, number one, fear is part of their illusion. They dump that fear onto you. They project it onto you to keep you trapped. Once you go into the fear and you face it and you go into that energy, because it's an energy, it's a powerful energy. It creates change. Fear and love create change. When you go into that fear and you absorb it, you realize that on the other side of it is love. Fear is the opposite of love. They are the two sides of the same coin. The way that I defeated the devil when I met him, he came up behind me, scared the shit out of me for a second. That energy did, because it was like this big ball of fear. And I was like, I'm not afraid of you. In fact, I love you. He didn't know what to do. No one had ever said that. And he was gone. I defeated him. Because I didn't fear him. Why would I fear you? You can't do anything to me. I'm invincible. I'm infinite. There isn't anything you can do to me that hasn't already been done before, and I'm not afraid. That's how I won. But I love myself first. But the devil energy is different than these Anunnaki reptilian energies. These reptilian energies are more carbon-based energies. They are more, they're advanced aliens. The devil is a fallen angel. It's an angel. He's an angel still. He just got booted out because he was bad. It's like putting your kid in timeout. And he did all these bad things, and he partnered with the Anunnaki. He created the Anunnaki. And he harmed a lot of people, including his soulmate. And so the goal and the whole idea for this time around was to come back to teach the devil, no, we're not playing that game anymore. You're going to evolve. You're going to make amends with God. You're going to see my side, and I'm going to see your side. And if we come into union, great. If we work together, great. If you make it, great. If you don't, you know what? At this point, you're replaceable. Because tick tock, time's up. Waited for you long enough. I'm not going to sit here and wait any longer for you to evolve. If you don't evolve, I'm moving on. Because I have a job to do. And I need to change things, and change things fast, because we're going down a slope very quickly. Because the Anunnaki, this reptilian race, has infiltrated all levels and is getting ready to put us in war. Now, am I afraid? Absolutely not. Just need to step up the timeline a little bit. I'm going to leave it at that. There's so much more that I could say, but I don't want to put it all out there because, number one, I know they watch all my videos and monitor every single one of them. And then number two, I just don't want this stuff I don't want them to know what I'm doing, because everything I'm doing is in the shadows, it's in the background. And the way to keep us moving forward into a new earth, into a new universe, into a new timeline is sometimes you got to keep things to yourself. Okay, I've talked enough. Have a good night.